Hello everyone and welcome to Mevi Technologies, where learning is made simple and the skills are made powerful. In today's session, we will introduce you to an incredible tool that makes user-friendly interfaces for your Python application. So let's get started with the Gradio. So if you want to use Gradio, you need some prerequisites. That is Python basic knowledge. You need to know about how to take an input into Python, how to show the output, and also you need to have a knowledge about the functions. Hoping that you have a basic knowledge about the function, I'm continuing with this video. So to start with the coding part, first and foremost thing, you need any of the IDE. It could be Google Colab or it could be Jupyter Notebook, VS Code or PyCharm, and you need to install the Gradio over there. So let us start with installing the Gradio. Pip install Gradio. This is how you will install the Gradio, and you can do the same thing in the Jupyter Notebook as well as in the command line as well. So after this, let us start with how to define a function. So to define a function, you might already be aware of it, how to define a function. So I'll just take a very small basic function now. So def Gradio, and so I'll just make it as Gradio name or something, and I'm going to pass a name over here, and it's going to return a greeting name. So for example, return hello and name, and then it's gonna say how are you. So if I execute this, first let us check if this function is working, and I'm going to pass a name, Mevi Technologies over here. Okay, and now this is going to say hello Mevi Technologies, how are you? So this is how it's giving me an output, but I want this to be a very user-friendly web interface. So for that, let us add a Gradio interface for this. And we know what is a function name, and we are taking an input which is of a string, isn't it? And we are returning an output which is of a string again. So now let us write a interface. So I'm going to say iFace is equal to, so before that, to use this gr or Gradio dot interface, whatever the methods that I have it in Gradio, we have installed the Gradio and we need to import the Gradio as well. So I'm going to say that import Gradio as gr. So here, since I've taken the Gradio as gr, here I'm going to say gr dot interface, and in this interface I'm going to mention the function name, what is the type of an output I'm expecting, what is the type of an input I'm expecting. So I'm going to say over here as fn stands for function over here, and we know the function name is Gradio name. I'm going to say Gradio name over here. After that, we're going to give an input. So what is the inputs that I'm going to take? Here I'm taking only the one input, so I'm going to say text input it is. So what is the output I'm expecting? So the output is going to be text, isn't it? So I'm going to say outputs equal to text again. And now I can give a title for our function or for our interface. So I'm going to say over here as title is equal to first Gradio. So I'm going to say first Gradio app. So this is a title for the application. Now I'm going to say iFace.launch. So this is going to launch that interface. Let us execute this and see if this is working. It's going to take a minute or so. So we're going to get an output like this. This is a link where you can share this link with others also, which is available only for 72 hours. And this is going to be, if you are doing it in a local host, that won't be a shareable link because that would be executed in your using a local port. And this is executed on the server, the Google Colab. So it's better if you want to share with your friends, you can use Google Colab. So I'm going to go for that link, and here also you can enter the input, not a problem. So let us say Mevi Technologies over here. and I'll click on submit, and here you're going to receive an output. So this is how with just 4 to 5 lines of code we're gonna get the output in a very interactive format. Now I'll just do some changes over here. Here I have the first Gradio app. Here you can see that name and the output I'm having. So what is this name I'm getting over here? The name is nothing but here whatever the parameter that I've used, the same thing that I'm going to get over here. What if I want this to be enter the label like enter your name, and I want an output to be like the output, or maybe something that you want, a customized label you want over here, and this is the customized input you want. So for that we're gonna say that, so gr dot, so here what is the format that I'm expecting the input? Text format, and this T has to be capital. So here I'm going to say label equal to enter the input, and here I'm going to say gr dot, here also it's the same, text and label equal to, this is the output or something I'm giving. And if you want to add a description for your application, you can add a description as well by saying description equal to, I'm going to say this is my first app, and let us execute this and see how this is going to look like. Again we're going to get a link, we can go to this link, and this is the older one, first Gradio app. The link, if you go here you can see, and let us go for the present link. It will take few seconds to load it based on the internet speed. So here you can see that this is my first app, this is a description and this is a title, and enter the input and this is the output are the labels that we just entered, isn't it? So here I'm going to say Megha, and if I click on submit, this is going to say like, hello Megha, how are you? So this is how a very basic introduction for a Gradio application. We would be continuing the next video with some more insights about Gradio. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any queries you can drop it in the comments. Thank you.